So today I'm announcing 2 new pieces of work to deal with these questions that will be undertaken by Home Affairs. The first will focus on national resilience, and the output will be a clear, cross-cutting, cross-government picture of the home front implications of the climate and security environment we face, and it will provide recommendations for government about the steps we need to take to ensure that Australians continue to live their beautiful life of security and prosperity while the incredible global complex issues we face are played out around the globe. The National Resilience Task Force will work to explore how Australia can be better placed to deal with shocks and crises. And this will include looking at whether we have the right legislative frameworks and authorities to manage national challenges that we are likely to confront. It will look at how we're anticipating future shocks and give advice to government about what we can do to make sure that we can bounce back quickly, especially when we are confronted with multiple concurrent events. The second piece of work is a significant look at the resilience of Australia's democracy. So let me just quickly explain why this is a national security issue. In our quest to keep Australians safe in the coming decades, our democracy will be our biggest national asset, and we need to protect our national assets. And because competitor countries are seeking to undermine our democracy, and we need to fight back. Their intention is to justify authoritarianism by making it look like democracies are inherently dysfunctional, and to weaken countries like ours and constrain us from responding to global events that our adversaries may create. The task force will consider the enormous volume of work that has been done on this question in Australia already, including insights and expertise of Australia's civil service. It will include, for example, the work completed by the Democracy 2025 partnership between Professor Mark Evans and the Museum of Australian Democracy. The Group of 7 and the OECD have done a lot of work on the question of resilient democracies. There is a very large volume of academic research into social capital and trust between and among citizens and government. We know that foreign interference, misinformation and disinformation are on the rise, and we need to reduce our susceptibility to those efforts, and that will include thinking about a new generation of initiatives in civics and social cohesion. And we need to explore what we can do with tech companies to reduce the spread of polarisation and falsehoods, which become such an important part of our lives. Australians can get pretty down on our democracy. There are good reasons for that, and indeed a bit of Australian scepticism in the world of politics is a very, very healthy thing. But politicians like me need to tell a better story about Australia's world-leading democratic history. We are the 6th oldest democracy in the world. We are the great democratic innovator, the inventor of the secret ballot, one of the first countries in the world to give women the right to vote. We have very high participation in our democracy and a strong and independent electoral commission, and politicians do their part and respect the result. We have a brilliant independent media, which despite its many challenges, does a bloody good job. We have a hell of a lot to be proud of here.